Hello learners, welcome back. Today we will be discussing BEDS 002 Socio-Psychological Basis Week 3. In today's lecture, we will be discussing Part 1 Social and Intellectual Development. This particular week, which is Week 3, will also be divided into 3 parts like the previous Week 2 and Week 1. As you remember, or let me refresh your memory. In week 1, we have done physical development. We have done stages of development. We discussed self-development. In week 2, we discussed emotions, the various stages of emotional development. And in today's week, that is week 3, we will be discussing social and intellectual development. So let us proceed with today's class. What is social development? What is intellectual development? Let me start with what is social development. Social development is the process of how one deals and adjusts with other people. It is called socialization. The individual starts feeling for others. It is caring for and sharing with others. So when we talk about social development means how you interact with others, how you converse with others. For example, a child would start conversing with his or her parents, and when he or she goes to school, he or she will start conversing or, will start communicating with his or her peer group, his or her classmates, teachers, and so on. So when we talk about social development, we are talking about socialization, which is a process of how one deals and adjusts with other people and how one interacts with other people. So social development is also called socialization. Herbert Sorenson defines social growth and development is the progressive ability of good interaction with other animals. Human beings are social animals and they cannot live all alone. So when we talk about socialization, when we talk about social development, it is one of the characteristic, it is one of the feature that makes you a human being, because when you interact with others, you are speaking with others, when you are communicating with others, sharing certain aspects of your life, or you are sharing your ideas and so on and so forth with the others. So human beings are social animals and they need these type of outlet to communicate, to interact. This is what makes them social beings, and they cannot live all alone. What are the various stages of development? When we talk about social development, what are the various stages? How does social development progresses? Social development varies with age, social surroundings, and socially acceptable norms. A socially matured person is cooperative and polite. He is balanced and can take his own decisions. The various stages of social development would be divided into when he is in school and when he has reached adolescence, when he is in his youth, when he is in his old age. So let us talk about the stages when social development takes place. In childhood stage, that is when the child is in the school, in this stage, playing together is an effective socializing tool. Children form small groups with their own play rules and codes of conduct. Children at this stage face challenges concerning achievement, peer relationship, and development of identity of self and school. So this is the time when children play with their friends, with their peer group. To a certain extent, a lot of competition in terms of who will get the maximum marks. And also peer relationship starts to develop. There is this development of, your identity, who are you, identity of self, and so on. On the other hand, when a child is born, a newborn infant has a natural tendency to participate socially in her world. A 1-year-old infant shows clear-cut behavior towards others, and by the age of 3 years, the infant starts to play and socialize. When given the opportunities, they engage in active social interactions with their siblings and peers. And when we talk about socialization, when we talk about social development, families provide the first opportunity for the babies to socialize and build connections with other people. So it is very important for the parents to socialize the infant properly, because when we talk about socialization, we say that Family is the first school of learning. It is family who teaches you the first basic rules of socialization. So in family, by giving love and attention, the parents can make the baby feel safe and secure and provide a sense of assurance to the baby that the world is a welcoming place. So when parents socialize their children properly, then the children feel safe. They feel that, this world is a welcoming place. And when the parents give all their love and comfort and, they train them well, then children grow up to be very happy and a confident child, and they become a good citizen of the society, of the country. What happens during adolescence? When the children enter the teenage, adolescent affect social environment. So when we talk about the stages of social development, the stage when children enter adolescence, when they enter their teenage years, what happens is their needs, interests, and values of adolescence, their values changes. There is, certain kind of insecurity feeling. There is changes in responsibilities, and also they have a lot of attitude which affect their social development. At times, they may have a lot of negative attitude, saying that, this world, no one cares about me, because this is the stage when they usually rebel and they feel that the parents do not care or understand, and it is only the peer group or the friends understand. And there is a sense of identity crisis which takes place when you are a teenager. When you enter your teenage years, there is a lot of interest which and needs which changes from your infancy or childhood stage. And during this adolescent years, during this teenage years, what happens is girls develop gender consciousness early, and boys, they tend to pay more attention to girls, whether, teasing and so on. Boys and girls both try to attract attention of the opposite sex. For example, girls would try to attract the attention of the boys by, using certain kind of hairstyle, which is maybe the common hairstyle of the day or of the year. Then they will try to dress in a certain way. They will put makeup in a certain way, and certain kind of body language which they use to get attention of the boys. So when you have girls and boys entering their adolescent years, when they enter the teenage years, a lot of changes takes place, physically also, socially also, emotionally also. And one of the most important part of growing up, one of the most important part of development is also what is called moral development, because moral development is the development of the sense of right and wrong about human values. And when we talk about moral development, when kids are young, when kids are small, they catch the sense of right and wrong through a process of reward, appreciation, and they also get punishment, severe criticism for either good or bad behavior by the parents. So when we talk about moral development, a sense of right and wrong is very much catches on when during the infancy, when children are at a very young age, because when children are young, there are certain behavior by which they know that this particular behavior is good or this particular behavior is bad. For example, if children do not obey their parents, if they throw away their toys, or if they don't listen to the parents, then the parents may reprimand them, they may shout at them, they may punish them. So children immediately sense that what they have done is wrong. But on the other hand, when a child is obedient, when a child puts his or her things in the proper place after playing, then a certain kind of reward, appreciation, or the parents may give the child chocolate or may clap for him or her. This particular sense of appreciation or reward makes the child happy, and he or she sense that what he had done is right. So in childhood, what happens is the peer group times in childhood, the peer group norms often becomes weightier than the command of parents. When we talk about childhood, when you talk about kids are growing up, they often have this tendency to look or to please their peer group, to please their friends. And what happens is the ways to please their peer group or friends often overshadow, or it becomes way more than, obeying the command of parents. So when we talk about moral development is very important, because when parents give proper direction, when parents inculcate proper values in children, they grow up to be a good citizen of the country with the sense of right and wrong. In adolescence, what happens is moral development is colored by one's emotional and social development. Sexual morality develops during this period. At this stage, moral values are imbibed from the parents and teachers. You have hero image and role models, which catches the imagination of the adolescents. So like I have given you example of the recently concluded Tokyo Olympics, where you have the amazing Neeraj Chopra, who got the gold medal in javelin. And there's this sense of pride, and you have this hero image which is established because he has won a gold medal for the country. A lot of adolescents, a lot of youth would like to become successful like him and get medals for the country. So during the stage of adolescence, when children enter teenage years, there is a lot of sense of hero image and role models which catches the imagination of the adolescents. So this stage, it is very important that parents and teachers inculcate right values in children. So when we talk about moral development, as children grow up, children immediately or very quickly know the sense of right and wrong. And in childhood, when they go to school, there is this sense of trying to please their peer group of friends. Often it outweighs obeying or what the parents are saying. And when children enters the adolescence age, then you have the teenage age, where moral development is colored by one's emotional and social development. When we talk about moral development, there are several approaches to the study of moral development. Moral development involves the formation of a system of values on which to base decision concerning right and wrong, or good or bad. So when we talk about moral development, we have just discussed how moral development grows from stages to stages at infancy, childhood, when they are at school, or when they have entered the teenage years. Now let us talk about how speech is important in terms of how speech and language is important in terms of your development. Speech has three functions. It is representative, which means it helps in conveying meaning. Then you are able to express needs and desires and ideas. Then you are able to appeal through your speech and language when there is no control over situation. So when we talk about social development, language is a very important part of this social development, because language is an interactive social process and is the vehicle of communication, and language develops communicative skills of listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And research findings show that language affects prenatal development. When we talk about language, when we talk about how they lead to social development, language, like I said, is very important because it helps in increasing or bettering your communication skills, because communication skills is a very important part of social development. So we have talked about certain aspects of social development. Now let us move on to what is intellectual development. What is learning and intellectual development? Every one of us will agree that development is the result of an interaction of growth and learning. If learning is a dominant emphasis, the years are to be filled with systematically planned events of learning within limitations imposed by growth. Behavioral development results from the cumulative effects of learning. So when we talk about intellectual development, let me give you a very simple example, basic example. When you enter your school, you would be at 3+ years of age, you would start with the basic minimum syllabi. And then when you grow, or when you are promoted to the next class, class 1, class 2, class 3, and so on, the level of your subjects would increase in terms of the complexity. It will increase because As you grow older and older, it is the belief that your intellectual capacity would also develop. So when we talk about learning and intellectual capacity, it is the result of an interaction of growth and learning. Human experience has concluded that nothing can be taught and teaching can only create situation to make learning possible. So learner is the focus of intellectual development. Education facilitates learning of knowledge, skills and manners. It improves personality and performance through intellectual development. So why is intellectual development so important? Why do we talk about intellectual development? Because when we talk about intellectual development, it facilitates knowledge, it facilitates, it improves, it increases skills and manners. It also improves one's personality and performance in terms of your skills, performance in terms of what you are going to perform in the class, in your work, in your presentation, in your projects, and so on. So intellectual development is very important because it facilitates all these forms of aspects of knowledge, skills and manners, personality and performances. The learning process is simple and practical, and it lies in encouraging the child to go for the right answer and right action. Learning shapes the child as a dynamic personality, and the child bravely adjusts as a member of the family, peer amongst community friends, and student in the school. Learning continues in all stages of self-development, and it is a lifelong process. So we say that learning never stops till you are alive. Learning is a process which is lifelong. It never stops. Learning does not necessarily mean what you learn in the four walls of the classroom. Learning from the environment, learning from the neighbors, learning from the situation around you. So we say that learning is a lifelong process. At the age of 2, most children have a vivid imagination but have difficulty distinguishing fantasy from reality. By the age of 4, most children have a more complicated understanding of time, and by 7 years of age, children's intellectual capabilities become more complex. 7 years of age, children become increasingly able to focus on more than one aspect of an event or situation at the same time. For example, school-age children, school-going children can appreciate that doctors, though they give painful injections, actually cure the diseases. So children of this stage are also increasingly able to reason using observation. When we talk about intellectual development is also called cognitive development, and they are related to human behavior, because when we talk about intellectual development, we are talking about human behavior, and human behavior has 3 aspects, which is the cognitive learning or mental knowledge aspect. Then we have what is called the affective feeling or emotional aspect, and you have another aspect which is the cognitive or psychomotor aspect. Intellectual development is acquiring knowledge with understanding and wisdom. We get experiences with our senses of sight, touch, taste, hearing and smell. These experiences are to be related to life by learning, understanding and use. So we acquire our knowledge, we acquire wisdom through our senses, how we see, how we can touch, how we can taste, how we hear, how we smell. So we develop, we increase or we acquire knowledge with understanding and wisdom through our senses. In life and in environment surrounding us, in the environment which is around us, changes occurs frequently. The person who is intellectually developed is able to make a choice of what and when for appropriate action. J.S. Brunner defines intellectual development is the capacity to deal with several choices at the same time. So when you have several choices in front of you, like for example, you have to choose between A, B, C, D, then intellectual development helps you because it has given you the capacity, or it provides you the capacity to whether choose A, B, C, D or E. So when we talk about intellectual development is very important part of your stage of growing up. Intellectual development makes you aware, increases your knowledge, it also increases your wisdom, and intellectual development helps you in recognizing what would be the right choice for you, which is the better choice for you, because life may bring you many choices, many opportunities in your life, but the intellectual aspect of your personality will help you to choose what is the appropriate choice in your life. So in today's lecture, in today's discussion, dear learners, we have talked about intellectual development, we have talked about social development, and I have discussed how social development is very important, because when we talk about social development, we as human beings, we need to interact with people, we need to communicate with people, because this very aspect is what makes us a social being. And like the saying goes, or you may have heard of the saying that man cannot live alone. So it is very important that socialization takes place, and I have talked about how socialization is very important. It is the parents who are the first school of learning, and parents are the ones who socializes you to become a better person. And when there is proper socialization, then you feel that the world is welcoming, world is a good place to live in. So socialization is very important, and intellectual development as well is very important, because intellectual development also progresses with age. What the capacity that you have when you were younger, when you were an infant, would be different from the capacity you have as an adolescent, or when you are in your youth, or when you are old. So, dear learners, I hope you enjoyed today's class. This was the class about social development and intellectual development. Thank you so much for listening.